Now, if there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others, another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here in Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. On the Ravens sideline, look at their head coach. His side back to 500 after they picked up the victory last week. Along the opposite sideline, that's the head coach of the Browns. His guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. I'm Kate Scott here with Brock Heward. Everybody just about set. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. His pass is complete, said Zay Flowers. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. 1st down now, ball at the 33. They go play fake with Jackson. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield, and you're taking this from completion.
And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, I love that.
Lamar's going to keep this one. So call this a modest game here, Brock. About 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Lamar now from the gun. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Lamar. Gets it to him on the screen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Motion the slot man right. Now Jackson on 3rd down. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Catch made. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He's hitting from backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Oops, knocks it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I'm going to guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
Here's a return from the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State products. It's Shedeur Sanders.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Sanders. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Short pass brought in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback.
Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yeah, but even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
This is Trujillo to try to point after. down the middle. It's good. And the Browns one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. To kick it away. Returnable from the 1. He's brought down just inside the 25. Coach Don Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, Jackson finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Offensive line uses 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down, here's Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jackson keeping it himself. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. As this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19.
To throw now is Sanders. Finds the in route complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on, come on.
Sanders going to look to throw. Gets him on the end. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready! Cowboy 80!
Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready! Ready!
Back-to-back carries here. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronx? Gets a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. The handoff on 3rd and short. This great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Sanders trying to get everyone up to that line. Going to the ground again on 1st. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Ready, set!
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Go right side. Pump by Fanning. And this is near the 1st down, but they need 1 more yard now to get it. 3rd down at the 29.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run it from the gun. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. And he's complete to Fanning. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Browns 1st down.
Another Browns 1st down.
Let's go now!
1st and 10 at the 15.
In the red zone now. Brought in right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Handoff now out of the gun. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Panther 11! Panther 11! 18, Rattler, 18. Ready?
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This one's caught. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Here we go, set! 6.
They'll go. It's Sanders. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead to 7. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Trujillo to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns blow their lead to 8. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Play fake. Jackson. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bay on its way. So 1st down from the 41. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the 6. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Lamar now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get sent. Jackson now on 3rd. Going deep here for the end zone. This is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. We've got a 4th down decision to make. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Hand off now from the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. 4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Connects on the crosser. And he has it right near midfield here. He's about a yard short. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Completes. This is Fannin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's Sanders now. Taken in by Fannin. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down. Working out of the gun, Sanders. That's him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19. Trying to work quickly now.
10 more yards.
Sanders back to throw. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Cut. Ready?
It's now 3rd down and less than
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. For the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. It's only week 3 on the schedule, but already some big-name teams with big early tests. Will they pass or fail? Let's get into it. Our trip around the...
All set up. Here's Lou to kick it away. returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Trying the right side. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Well, there by Mike Reed. Ravens going with a dime package now. 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Throw here. 3rd down. Short pass brought in. It's a race down the right side. Lee will get this inside the 30. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Running it now out of the gun. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Browns 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now run with Martinez. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Looking at tempo with some hurry-up offense.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Running is Martinez. That 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard. We're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Now Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Come on, come on. Set.
Now Martinez. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
This is Trujillo. Try to point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns push their lead to 18. Now, it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. There's Trujillo to kick it away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Lobs this deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of the main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Jones. And the Browns take over after returning it inside the red zone. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The Browns getting their offense out there. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Here's a give to Martinez. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
The 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Get it. Ready.
Here's Martinez. And he lost it. It's out. And the offense gets it back. They're going to be set up at the 2. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Martinez has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Tavius Robinson on the tackle.
It's 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Martinez again. And he will not get in. The defense holds. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
It's now
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And this is going to end behind the line, Brock. A great stop down in close. Now let's see if they want to risk it here on 4th and goal.
Ready.
They'll throw for it. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they do.
And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
In truth, Kate, I felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. No throw, 3rd and long. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs. 1st down from the 42. They go play fake with Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3. They're a 48-yard line.
Lamar out of the pistol. On the move, past the 40. Outside and into the hands of Bateman. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for the Ravens, 1st down. Play action. Here's Jackson. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
At the 4-yard line.
Lamar throwing again. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming as a fan, as a defensive coordinator. I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains and the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
That is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens make it an 11-point ball game.
Ravens 13.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Get it. Let's go.
Time play straight ahead. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready.
Back to the well again. And gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Finds his man over the middle. And he goes out of bounds. What a play to end this third quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Browns with possession and a fairly comfortable lead as we look ahead to the fourth quarter. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Browns first down.
Ready, ready.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Another carry for him. And no question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Hand off on 2nd and short. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try and punch it in. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Browns make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
This is Trujillo to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 18.
31. Ravens 13.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Ravens trotting out their offense. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First down, here's Lamar. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender held it in his hands, and he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Throwing again is Lamar. Completed over the middle. And And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Shakes himself free. Forced out to his right. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Positive with that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Campbell hauls it in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup on 12. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Cowboy 80.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Browns put up even more points in a win.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
This is Trujillo to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead.
Ravens 13.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. one back on the handoff. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Setting up the screen. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Connects on the crosser. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. He's totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Jackson's going to throw again. This one's to Andrews outright. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And he's going to score a touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making the scoreboard look a touch better. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed him.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens make it an 18-point game. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Handoff now out of the gun. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns looking at a 3-0 start to the season. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Ravens.
Report!
Running it now out of the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Lamar now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Working quickly here.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Jackson out of the gun on third. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Hey, Alfie.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Wired a first down. They decide to call a timeout.
That's another Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 17.
From the red zone now.
And the Ravens first down.
It's his running back. And this one doesn't go far. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That was their final one.
It's second and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Jackson yet again. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Ninth play to drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down.
Yards to go.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens make it an 11-point ball game.
Ravens 27.
Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Browns are on that one, so that should just about do it here.
No question they wanted the ball back late. But you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So to a chorus of bunch from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.